Nothing disturbs the peace in a household as when both parties in the house are not in agreement. Today, we're going to be talking about something that I get asked a lot about, and that is, what do you do when one of you feel a pull toward minimalism and simplifying life, and the other party, well, let's just say they have a different relationship with their stuff than that. I want you to know that I am not a therapist or a marriage counselor. I am just a life coach with practical insights and a beautiful marriage. If your relationship is in turmoil, please seek professional help. Maybe you're feeling frustrated because you really want to simplify life, and your partner, well, they either love to shop or they love to hold on to things just in case they need them someday, or they just don't want to let go of anything. Today, we're going to talk about some of the ways that you can navigate this difference between you in a loving and respectful way, and also discuss some practical solutions that honor both of your needs. A great marriage is not when the perfect couple comes together. It is when an imperfect couple learns to enjoy their differences. First of all, just take a deep breath and recognize that neither of you are wrong. We all have different relationships with our stuff, with our possessions. Your partner's relationship to their items could be a real emotional attachment for them. Maybe even they equate it to their childhood or something that they really love, and therefore they project that feeling or that emotion onto their possessions. Shopping could be a way to relieve stress for them. It could also be a form of entertainment or a habit. It could be even a way to escape some emotional stress that they're having or some anxieties. Holding on to things for the someday I might need this, I think is the most common thing that is brought to me. I think when people hold on to the someday items, there is a sense of scarcity within them. Like if they give it up, then they need it. They'll be destitute. They won't know what to do. They'll never, ever find another one. And so they hold on to things. If any of your spouses are like mine, my husband has always had a real big thing with anything electronics, chargers or cords, and all boxes of the electronics. That was one of the last things he gave up when we started traveling the world. But he brought a lot of extra chargers and cords and power gadgets and all kinds of gadgets in the suitcase with us. So I sympathize if you have someone who keeps a lot of things for the someday. If your partner has hoarding tendencies, this usually stems from trauma and some deep wounds. So make sure that you're always being extra attentive and sensitive to these kind of tendencies, because there's usually a lot more happening than just holding on to a few extra boxes. Nothing strains a marriage more than not being on the same page when it comes to money. Actually, money is the number one cause of divorce. It can really put a couple at odds if one is trying to save money and the other is spending. Or if you're just not on the same page with each other as to your financial goals and what you want to achieve. Be very hurtful if one partner is hiding purchases from the other. This brings up a lot of mistrust in the relationship around money. If the minimalist is not being heard, they feel like what they want to achieve is not valid. And if the non-minimalist is not being heard, they feel like they're being dictated to and have constraints around where they would like to spend their money. Acceptance and respect are two key things that I have learned in my own marriage. I have also learned that you cannot change your spouse or your partner until they choose to. Criticizing and nagging only puts a strain on the marriage. It really creates a huge wedge when one partner is nagging or giving snide remarks or criticizing the other one, regardless of what topic is being discussed. Start by honoring and respecting where your partner is at today. Really respecting the boundaries of their autonomy and letting them be their own individual self while you also focus on honoring your needs. Because you cannot control your partner, focus on the things that are within your control, your space, your attitude, and your responses to the situation. I choose to love my spouse for who they are, not who I want them to become. Successful relationships are based on communication and compromise. The entire relationship from day one till the very end is nothing more than a lot of compromises from both sides. Some practical ways to come to some compromises is to have some designated spaces so that each person is really getting their own needs met in the home. If one person has the back bedroom, the other one gets the garage, this kind of thing. And then try to communicate the neutral zones in the household, like the kitchen and the family room. Trying to create a common ground for the items that should be in these common space zones. A great thing to practice that we always do and still do practice, my husband and I, is the one in, one out rule. This really helps keep the clutter in the house to a minimum, especially if you are the one who is decluttering. If the one in, one out rule, you just are not allowed to bring anything into the house that's new unless you are willing to give something old up. This is a wonderful solution that most people can both agree on. Communication communication. Communication. Make sure that you're having weekly check-ins with each other. My husband and I usually do a weekly check-in on Sundays or Saturdays when we're not caught up in work and things like that. This kind of takes the pressure off of like having a time limit that we can really communicate and discuss what is working and what is not working. When it comes to finances, transparency and teamwork are key. Sitting down and having an open discussion about where you see your finances going, what's important for both parties. Usually, when there is a disconnect between the partners about money, this is when a lot of issues can arise because one person may be wanting to save where the other one is spending excessively. It can cause a lot of conflict in the relationship. Some ways to work around this is possibly having each person have fun money that's just for them, and that way they can spend it freely without checking in, without feeling judged by it. It's just their fun money. Or setting up a rule between the both of you that any major purchases over $100 or $500 or whatever is comfortable for you, that you have to check in with the other partner first before making a large purchase. Focus on the shared dreams that you want out of your life together. If you want to buy a house, or you want to become debt-free, or you want to retire early, by focusing on where we want to go, it shifts the arguing and the tension between where we're at now, and it kind of unifies the couple. At the end of the day, you are both in this relationship together. You are a team and you're on the same side. So creating a vision for your life together is vital. Talk about and daydream how you would want your home to feel and be. What is the environment that you would like to create in your home? Discuss shared values between the two of you and what's really important for both of you, trying to have, again, that common ground while also giving space to your partner where they feel like they can be honest with you and share what their values and priorities are too. And creating goals that you have set up together in your relationship. Whenever my husband and I are taking on a big project, like moving to another country or downsizing and selling our home, we always sit down and create goals for us together as a unit, and then separate. I'm doing this one, he's doing these ones. And that way we kind of know that we're working in unison with each other. And that feels the best in any relationship. Sometimes love and patience is not enough. And in these cases, it might be wise to seek some professional help. Remember that any change doesn't happen overnight. Focus on tiny little actionable steps that you can do together as a team and a partnership. Remember that you married this person for their heart and what's inside of them, not because of their stuff. Focus on creating a loving, peaceful home with each other. Remember that sometimes the best gift you can give your spouse is accepting them for exactly who they are. I hope this helps. Have a beautiful day, my friends.